that how the FBI handles frozen bodies? Wouldn't you just want to thaw it out?
God damn it. What a way to start the new year. At this rate, I'll be dead by Easter.
Quiet down, Agent Jones. You're on the clock.
Quiet down. You have any idea what you've done?
So here's an interesting
I'd be
thing.
half naked in Havana right now.
I push any direction and she goes up the stairs. I'm pushing left,
surrounded by
right, back.
A harem of bikini queens, a mojito in one hand, and a seafood-slathered Havana-style pizza in the other. What did I do to deserve this? Does God hate me?
No. The Regional Bureau Chief merely issued a special order.
Got real close to that door.
Oh. Yeah.
Agent Jones, don't let him take control of the conversation. The moment you let your guard down, he'll strike.
And tell you a long story.
And no red, remember?
It's open. Come on in.
Oh, really? Alright, Springy, I'll do that. I've done the thing.
You have questions for us.
He refers to himself as us now?
That's why you're here, isn't it?
It's Zach. Hi, Zach. You've seen better days. Am I still being railroaded? I am. I'm like doing circles. Thanks for cleaning up my coffee table.
Mr. Morgan, before we question you, allow me to first read you your rights. Anything you say may be used against you in a court of law. Please keep that in mind as you speak. Do we have permission to film this?
Ugh.
Don't worry, my fairy. They're free to do whatever they like.
Something wrong, Mr. Morgan? I'm FBI Special Agent Aaliyah Davis, and this is...
Simon Jones. An analyst from the Boston branch. He's been monitoring us for years now.
Oh, hi.
I like that man's cheeks. Very chubby. Very marshmallowy.
Seriously.
A Southern belle and a lonesome loser who can't catch a break. Quite the uncanny duo. You'd be the perfect stars for the latest video game. Isn't that right, my fairy? How many years has it been since someone came to chat with us? Oh, but don't ask me about my fairy. That's a private matter.
It's hard to tell what he's thinking, but my eyes can't be deceived. If he's hiding something, it'll come out in his face.
Oh man, X'd out. Huh. Messy awards and trophies. Huh. Zach's indulgence? He's just smoking a doobie right in front of an FBI agent, isn't he?
This smell. It doesn't. I won't get another
whoops.
chance to talk to him face to face like this. I need to get him to stop smoking that for a bit.
Hold on.
It doesn't surprise me at this point, but it'll be problematic in court if they decide his testimony is unreliable. I won't get another chance to.
Okay.
I need to get him.
Zach's poker face.
Francis Zach Morgan. He was once an FBI special agent, an extremely talented one. At least that's what they tell me. Perhaps he was a little too talented. Excuse me, Mr. Morgan, but would you please refrain from consuming that while we speak? I'm talking about... Yes, that.
One whole marijuana.
Don't get in our way, and we won't get in yours.
Unfortunately, questioning doesn't work like that. Our data needs to be consistent. Now please put out that stinking indulgence right this minute.
That devil's lettuce.
What? If we say no.
Then I'll put it out myself. Using force.
Just like a true
Whoa,
FBI
whoa,
agent.
Aaliyah. This is Morgan's house. Besides, it's legal in Massachusetts for individuals to consume cannabis in the comfort of their own homes. And I mean, come on.
Simon, you're not fucking helping.
It's medicinal.
Exactly.
You can use visions to acquire important hints that will help you proceed through the game. Hold that button to use vision. Using vision will deplete your concentration. So be careful about using it too much. Oh. So. Oh wait. Try it again. My concentration. Alright. Maybe use it over here. No.
Hey, Belle. Why are you dressed so handsomely?
What are you talking about?
How do you stop a stoner from
The
getting high?
thick black accessory wrapped around your neck. That's a male necktie. The color black represents confidence and interest in the self. And your decision to wear a male tie symbolizes your declaration of war against a predominantly male society.
Is this true? Or is Zach just high as shit?
Or perhaps
And then he hits the blunt.
it's a psychological barrier meant to hide the weakness that dwells deep within your psyche. We admire your bravery.
I thought you retired from profiling.
Bullseye, huh? You're an easy one to read.
In order to think with society, A man must first gouge out his eyes and cut off his ears.
Are all FBI agents like this? Just talking philosophy with one another during interrogations?
Don't judge a book by its cover. For someone who's supposed to have been one of our best, you've got an awful eye for people. Or did all that smoke and kill all your little gray cells?
Oh, that's the brain.
Okay, Aaliyah, that's enough. She's smart, but she's also more of a shrew than she lets on.
Agent Jones, that's sexual harassment.
So, Belle, does that barrier of yours also protect you from violent criminals?
That a threat, Zach?
He's more dangerous than I thought. I can't read him. I'll just have to assault him head-on with questions then.
This is some real anime shit, and I love it.
First, I'll try using the files on the table to shake him up. These files are from the case that took place just outside of New Orleans in 2005. The agent who handled the case was Francis Zach Morgan. And now he's sitting right in front of me.
So unfinished case is what's happening right now, and we're coming to this guy for info.
Do you remember the homicides that took place in Lucara, Louisiana in 2005?
We solved that case.
Your report states the following. By coincidence, you encountered a serious incident in a town you visited while on vacation. You then decided to steal the right to investigate from the local law enforcement and took over the case. After several more homicides, you managed to apprehend the perpetrator.
Yes. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what happened.
So we're in the future right now, and my history is already written, so I can't fail the case. Perfect.
We stole the right to investigate from them, just as you said.
It all started when the body of a 16-year-old girl was discovered. You arrived in Lucara immediately after that, didn't you?
I hear Lucari, and I think about the streamer.
We just can't seem to keep ourselves away from dead girls.
Did you really visit that town just to take a vacation?
We don't know. If you already have the report, then we suggest you read it, Belle. Either way, that case is closed.
Yes, Lucari, son of Lucari.
Closed. You sure about that? Don't you think this puzzle is still missing some crucial pieces?
Come on. No need to beat around the bush with us, Belle.
Who's going through my trash? Does anybody else hear that? Oh, it's him.
They found Lise Clarkson's body. It was hidden deep within the Clarkson Food Delivery Services cold storage warehouse.
After 14 years, we finally discovered the body of the very first victim. Do you know what this means?
14 years? She's been on ice for 14 years in a perfect block like that? Who keeps the refrigerator? Where do you get a freezer for 14 years?
That's why we're here.
Oh, okay.
The first victim in the case he solved, Lise Clarkson. This is a photograph of what she looks like now. How will he react when he sees it?
He's gonna hit the blunt and be like, yeah, I've seen that shit before.
We're pleased that her body turned up. Deeply pleased.
You claim to have closed this case, But now a lost body suddenly surfaced. Aren't you curious about the details?
Body or not, we already solved that case. Lisa's body can't change anything now. And it certainly has nothing to do with us.
I suspect the body was stored there rather than abandoned, due to the unnatural state it was found in.
Yeah, but for 14 years?
She was found frozen in a storage unit. Therefore, she looks exactly the same as she did when she disappeared. In fact, she's in such good condition that we can even determine the murder weapon and cause of death.
Well, good for you.
Even stranger is how unbelievably beautiful she looks. At first glance, few would guess she was a murder victim at all. She looks more like a piece of art, or a mythological figure from a painting.
This keeps getting better and better.
Better and better?
Isn't that right, my fairy? A corpse as beautiful as a goddess.
He's still talking to Emily?
Sounds just like our story. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That went okay. Now I'm sure that Morgan's hiding something.
His fairy is Thomas.
I may be able to get what I want if
Thomas
we go
made
deeper
some
into
good
the documents.
biscuits, though. Alright, deeper in the documents, you got it.
Isn't there someone else you should have talked to? Before coming to us? Such as...
We were unable to reach Patricia Clarkson. You look surprised. I thought you already knew. After all, you visited Louisiana last week. We assumed you met with her during your time there.
We haven't been to Louisiana. Not in 14 years.
Is that so?
We've been right here in our apartment this entire time. That man is our witness. Aren't you, Simon?
Oh yeah, he's been following us.
He's right. He didn't even take a single step outside on Christmas Eve.
What about Christmas Day? I'm sure he went out and got a ham.
Which means that I didn't get to either.
Are you positive about that? I took the liberty of checking some airline records. Last Friday, the name Billy Bishop was listed on a morning flight out of Boston. This is the fake name you used to use as an agent, isn't it?
A mere coincidence.
Yet that's not all. That evening on the same day, a man with a large scar on his forehead allegedly purchased an '89 Cadillac from a small used car lot in Lucara. He reportedly said he wanted something old, big, and strong. The owner of the car lot felt it was a strange order, so it stuck in his mind.
Our world is filled with mysteries. And they always have the most bizarre timing.
It's blunt.
Incidentally, on the following day, an identical Cadillac was taken to a scrapyard in Trenton, New Jersey.
You can find that type of car anywhere. Isn't that right, my fairy?
That chessboard looks rather old.
Is there anything I can do with it? Can I challenge him to a game?
And you can't even buy those ivory pieces anymore.
The chess is real big on Twitch right now.
Right. They were banned by the CITES Treaty.
That was made in France in the 1900s. We know it's in bad taste, but the weight of the ivory just feels so good in our hands.
That's sin. Zach, that's sin. Put that away.
You play chess alone?
Is that a crime?
Do you think he plays with York? And they actually like do control like their own moves?
No.
Oh, okay.
But it's a hard game to enjoy when you're all by yourself.
He's probably just replicating famous games. Or trying to solve problems from a chess workbook. Right, Morgan? I may not look it, but I'm actually a bit of a chess nut myself.
A chestnut.
When I was in school, I used to pore over every issue of Chess Life, the magazine published by the U.S. Chess Federation.
Well, unfortunately, your guess is completely wrong, Agent Jones. He isn't replicating a famous game, nor is he solving workbook problems. There isn't a single chess book to be found in this apartment.
Bum bum bum.
And I didn't find any chess-related websites in his internet history. He was simply playing chess, all alone.
So... what's wrong with that, Belle?
I don't understand it. How could a single human being seriously play as both sides?
You just publicly confessed to stealing personal data. Seems like that's a much bigger problem.
Oh no. Everything was done in a perfectly legal manner. We simply happened to intercept a handful of data being sent out from an unknown origin.
You've been sniffing my packets?
Ooh, now she's really trying to scare us. Did you hear that, my fairy? Serious nightmare fuel.
You may be wondering why we decided to unearth all these old files.
Everything happens for a reason.
The moment Lise Clarkson's body was found, we did the best we could to start our own local investigation. But there wasn't much we could actually investigate due to the damage caused by the hurricane.
Then we assume you also questioned everyone who worked in the warehouse.
Of course. We questioned all the Clarkson Food Delivery Services employees who staffed the warehouse and its owner, but we still have yet to obtain any key testimonies.
Par for the course with a 14-year-old case, if you ask me.
Not to mention how bad the timing was. Most of the employees were on vacation.
Oh man, that was a setup. They knew that you were coming. They said, let's go on vacation right now. Take my paid time off.
So, you gave up on the investigation and came to see us instead. Remember what happened, my fairy? That warehouse. That man. So incoherent. Such a pain.
Hey, are you talking about the guy who managed the vault where Lisa's body was found? Yeah, I think he started working there in 2005. Remember, Aaliyah? You said he was a pain to deal with, too.
The large man, yes?
Large man.
No need to answer. If you don't want to. I'm sure you've already put him under surveillance. Textbook FBI protocol.
Morgan's right. Everything happens for a reason. Even this messy room. There must be a reason for it. Especially when it comes to those strangely tidy spots. They're practically begging me to question them.
Tidy spots? I'm looking. I see the window seal, maybe. Everything else looks like shit. Oh, I guess the DVDs are piled perfectly or something. Let's take a gander.
DVDs are all over the place.
Oh, maybe not.
I know that he's a shut-in, but this still seems like way too many for one person. And I've never heard of any of these titles before.
Who doesn't use just Netflix and other streaming services?
A stinking indulgence. And a massive DVD collection.
Smoking weed and watching DVDs.
You must live a very comfortable life.
We're retired, remember?
Holy shit. Holy shit. Someone's coffee table, and that makes me just think we should just get him coffee. That will fix Zach. Just give him the coffee.
Retired in your 40s. I'm envious.
But who doesn't love movies, Belle?
I'm not a fan.
Oh, that won't do. You should dedicate all the free time you have to watching movies. It's practically an unwritten law.
He did say he's 40. This is what 40 looks like, by the way. It's like a nosedive while you're in a plane and you just crash and burn. That's when your body just gives up.
Films guide us. Films are filled with every important life lesson there is.
Is that so?
For example, they live.
They live. That's not the one where the kick ass and chew bubblegum lines from, is it? I'm trying to remember. That movie? It is? I've seen that movie. That movie's dope. And he has the sunglasses and you see the aliens.
1988, directed by John Carpenter.
Oh, I like that guy. He did The Thing.
That film taught us a valuable lesson. Always put on your sunglasses before a fight.
You know, you've got a point. Movies teach us about everything we need to know. I learned about the right way to eat frozen pizza from Cobra. It's one of Stallone's best films. Before that, I wouldn't be caught dead trying to eat frozen pizza.
Wow, man. Lower your standards.
I thought it wasn't fit for human consumption. But that film changed my life.
Simon, that has nothing to do with the film.
Simon, shut the fuck up.
You're just talking about pizza.
Wait, is that a pizza slice spot? Like there was a dusty old piece of pizza and York ate it? I'm sorry, Zach ate it?
Mr. Morgan, I found several spots in this room that look strangely clean. Did you tidy up a bit because you knew we were coming?
Those are sanctuaries. They've existed from the start.
Sanctuaries.
That's right. Sacred places. Hovels for pure souls, if you will.
Were there originally objects in those hovels? Something you didn't want us to see?
The soul's still there. We haven't touched a thing. But we know you can't see anything. Hey, Simon. Don't touch the sanctuary.
Sorry.
That's a sanctuary.
You said that.
Don't ever touch it again. You've been watching us for 4.5 years, and you couldn't even figure that much out?
My bad. It's my first time actually coming inside, you know.
You're earning far more than you deserve, then. What were you doing all day in that black Suburban? We thought wiretapping was your specialty. Don't tell me. Crossword puzzles. What do you think, my fairy? 4.5 years. All that time, and what does he have to show for it?
You fucking idiot.
Crossword puzzles? No way. Come on, I thought you knew. I'm a Sudoku guy.
Simon, you look it.
Agent Jones.
Oh, right.
He's completely taking control of the conversation. At this rate, we'll never get anywhere. I need to press him some more.
Rummaging Simon, I don't want to look at that.
Agent Jones, did you find the files?
Oh no, Greenvale case. Oh jeez. Francis Z. Morgan.
Mr. Morgan, do you recognize these files?
Whoa!
Oh no. What'd I tell you about that sanctuary, dude?
Ow!
We told you. That's a sanctuary.
Let him go! Assaulting an FBI agent is an obstruction of
told you.
justice.
We told you. Go. Ah! Stay back. Stay back. Sanctuary. Die. Savannah. Ah! 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 Yeah.
Mr. Morgan?
I don't remember leaving Zach this fucked up at the end of the... What happened to him?
I cut my finger with that can opener this morning. I thought I stopped the bleeding, but it seeped through. How could I be so stupid?
Yeah, there we go.
Everything should be fine now. I'm sorry for being so careless. I made sure to read through your file and learn about your condition. The color red. Such an unusual thing to fear. Please, accept my deepest apologies.
I'm sorry too, Morgan.
Old age happened? Absolutely.
I don't know what I was thinking. I'll never touch one of your sanctuaries ever again.
I mean, if you could just leave, that'd probably be for the best. You're kind of a fuck up, my dude.
And no more red, either.
Don't ever touch one again. I told them not to. Why would they do that? Make them go away. Sanctuaries. Don't touch. Stay away.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Now, may we return to our discussion?
Don't worry. I won't let them touch you again. I'll keep them away from us.
Strangely enough, this man has a fear of the color red. And I believe that fear is connected to the Greenvale case.
Green, red, Christmas. He didn't do anything on Christmas Eve. It's all coming together. Heavy duty shredder.
This is a very large shredder. Is there something you don't want people finding out about?
Good question. But we never know when some curious civil servants may come and sift through our trash now, do we?
You're already retired. What are you so worried about?
It's just a simple habit. From back when we were still on duty. Didn't they bang that into your head when you were up in Quantico? Some habits are hard to break, no matter how hard you try.
No, I want to look at the other clean spot.
Could you tell me what exactly the word sanctuary means to you?
Why is it a triangle?
Sanctuaries are sanctuaries. Nothing more and nothing less.
That doesn't explain anything.
Why do you wish to know?
Just curious.
Belle. You're a much ruder person than you initially seemed to be. Don't you agree, my fairy? What do our sanctuaries have to do with the investigation? If you're out of questions, then how about just going home?
Oh, that's a good one. Then you can get back to smoking doobies.
Hey, mind if I jump in here?
What is it, Simon? We hope you've got a real question for us.
Well, actually, I'm also a little curious myself. No one's supposed to touch any sanctuary, right?
That's what we said.
What about you, though? You can't even touch them yourself? Are there any extenuating circumstances?
What are you getting at?
I mean, I doubt if any of this really matters, but if no one can touch the sanctuaries, then how do you clean them?
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just the spirits or whatever cleaning them, right? It's the supernatural.
Mr. Morgan? I'd like to ask you some questions about this case now.
We don't want to remember that town.
I'm sorry, but there's no way around this. I remember hearing about this case on the news when I was still a student. A high school girl named Anna Graham was murdered and the FBI stepped in to take over the case. I also remember it becoming a sprawled investigation due to evidence found in the victim's throat. Is that correct? After that case, you went on sick leave for 2 years. And when you returned, you requested to be switched over to desk work.
Oh man, so Greenvale was his last case?
What happened?
That's a private matter. None of your business, Bill.
Were you traumatized? It's a common problem with prolific agents such as yourself. But there's another possibility that may make more sense. Perhaps you simply finished making preparations.
Preparations for what?
What are you getting at?
Thinking too much about something will always turn it into a problem. The Greenvale case. Don't you think it resembles the Lucara case?
Read the report. We have nothing else to say.
I just need one more push. One more thing that can summon up the past.
The clock in the trash. Honeycomb and jar.
That's royal jelly.
Oh.
Huh?
You were staring at the jar, weren't you? Do you find it strange that there's honeycomb inside? We wanted to harvest royal jelly in its most natural state. The queen's main food source, created from the worker bee's secretions.
Ew. I hate when they call it secretions. But I mean, I like cow secretions in my cereal. It's just a weird word. It's too juicy of a word, that's the problem.
It's a perfect food, filled with power, meant to fuel the birth of the next queen. By absorbing it into our own bodies, we too can acquire that power. Incidentally, did you know that all the worker bees are female?
Yes.
No.
So are ants.
Guess they didn't teach you that at Quantico. Male bees are only born to inseminate, and they're born from unfertilized eggs to boot. They have short lives and don't even get stingers.
Well, that's a jip.
Sort of feels like a glimpse into the future of our society, wouldn't you agree? Women are gifted with the power to conceive, give birth, and nourish their children. But men are consumed with the job of providing women with the chance to do so. If women no longer had to rely on men for the seeds of life, they would soon cease to desire them, we believe. Be careful, Simon.
Huh? Of what?
Your Belle's already stolen the reins from you.
Simon, you're such a beta.
The silver clock in that trash pile. Is that an H5?
That's right. John Harrison's 5th chronometer. Completed in 1770. After many years, he completed it and presented it to the Board of Longitude in order to end their feud with him.
I feel like they're trying to make Zach into almost like a Sherlock Holmes now character, you know what I mean? He's just a kooky old detective and he's got all these old treasures. Oh my gosh.
That's only a replica, of course.
Oh, maybe he's not.
You like clocks?
Clocks are amazing. Prime fruit of the human race's intellect.
Well, that is true. I forgot Sherlock Holmes had a drug abuse problem.
We took the invisible idea of time and manifested it in these.
Poverty Holmes. It's like that meme. It's like, Mom, can we get Sherlock Holmes? We have Sherlock Holmes at home. And then here's Francis Zach Morgan.
Yeah, I love clocks too. Absolutely fascinating.
Oh, that's great, Simon. Shut up.
I disagree.
Oh? Why?
Time is valuable precisely because it can't be seen. Yet nowadays, people can't tell what time it is unless it's measured in numbers. Talk about... I don't mean to
Whoops.
side with the Board of
Shit.
Longitude, but remember, humans used to cross oceans with the stars alone.
That's true.
We have our eyes to read moon charts and study the sky. We don't need clocks.
What if it's cloudy or storming?
All you need is courage and a love for adventure.
Hear that, my fairy? Courage and a love for adventure? Come on, Belle. Surely you know how many lives have been claimed by your pals' courage and adventure.
Hey, hold on a second here. That Board of Longitude thing. What the heck is that? I mean, I've heard of it before. I'm an FBI analyst, remember? I just sort of can't remember it right now. I know what it is, really. I'm telling the truth. Come on, Aaliyah, back me up here. Aaliyah?
Adults are trying to talk. Picture a leaf?
Mr. Morgan, please look at this.
Oh, guys, it's gonna be red?
What did we just say? We don't want to remember Greenvale.
This isn't a photo from Greenvale. Look closely at it. Former Special Agent Francis Zach Morgan. This photograph predates Greenvale. It's from the Lucara case you worked on in 2005.
Oh god, is it one of the red trees?
Red.
No!
Red tree.
No!
Red tree.
No!
Yes, a red tree. Greenvale wasn't the first place you saw one of these. The Greenvale case and the Lise Clarkson murder case. They're connected by these red trees, aren't they?
Red trees. Oh, both places. Growing. Roots. Seeds. Trees.
Deputy Willie!
Answer me. What are these trees?
Red trees. Figured it out. Yes, smarter than we thought. Connection. Red trees.
I want the truth. Tell me everything you know.
Thomas Biscuits.
The red trees. You really did your homework. Well done, Belle. You're good. Damn good.
God, he must be coming down. He's getting real excited.
Are you ready to talk now? I want to know what went down in Lucara in 2005.
Fine.
Oh boy, here we go!
We'll tell you what happened in that town. Yes,
Another story from Grandpa Zach.
it was that red tree. That red tree ruined my life. It was a sultry summer day. The sun comes down hard on you in the south, like a torrential downpour of demonic whispers. It all started back in that sweltering summer. We still had our best friend with us back then. The other me. My better half.
He's better because York was the bull and Zach was the cuck, and he took Emily from him. I saw it happen.
Never a choice. When somebody needs you, you can't turn away. You're their only lifeline, just a hero, a bullet for hire, working alone. Always a voice, a cry in the darkness, an echo of pain that's been long forgotten, but it haunts me, my destiny, to be alone. There's a time when you see life for what it's gotta be. You should know they'll destroy you. But call to me to keep searching, walk alone.
I did not expect Weed Ass. Or Ghost Rider.